I'll take that out.
There you go, boys.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
So this is our second episode of the week. Congratulations to us.
Yeah.
So, everybody, welcome to the Everything About Everything Sports Podcast.
You guys talking about sticks and balls?
Episode 14. Yeah. We're up to 14. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see it? I know we were sending each other reels today.
I did. The 21 podcast.
Yeah, the 21 podcast thing. So, apparently,
What is this? I haven't seen it.
I'll show it to you real quick. Apparently, most people don't make it past the first episode because they don't even start.
They said 20% of podcasts don't make it past episode 1.
Okay.
90% don't make it past episode 10. And the top percent don't make it to episode 21.
There you go.
So,
Yeah,
You're halfway there, guys.
Yeah, we
more
were
than halfway there.
more than halfway. They're
Yeah.
probably somewhere in the 95 percentile.
Yeah,
right now.
we were just sending each other stuff back and forth all day. Yeah, stuff like
that.
yeah, stuff like regular meat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at somebody grabbing an
There was-
outline of somebody grabbing the carpet with both hands and feet.
Trying to cement themselves to the ground.
Yeah. All right, what do we want to start off with today? We want to start off with MLB, or do you want to go down the line?
I don't know. What's up? What do you want to do, Mike?
Well, what are the options? I have no idea.
We got MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL. We got the Olympics,
Okay,
and then Euro 2024 tournament.
Listen,
and then we get into the random bullshit that we usually do.
You know what I want to talk about? I got a big problem with the Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah, let's just kick it off.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's get it out of the way.
So for those of you who haven't seen it, yesterday, I think it was yesterday. No, it was Thursday. Thursday they released the Utah Hockey Club, which is the main name that the Utah Hockey Club is going to have for next year. They're supposed to change it apparently, and they came out with jerseys, logos, everything. We have a color scheme for them now, and I think the color scheme looks nice. I think the jerseys look nice, but you have a problem with the hockey team.
I do. I would have a problem if they just named it the Hockey Club, Utah Hockey Club, and they're like, "Yep, that's it. That's a permanent name." I'm like, "That's not that great." Second of all, they're like, "This is just a temporary name, like the Washington football team," and
became Commanders.
It's
in
so
like
lazy.
2 years.
Just make a team name, put a brand around it, and get it going. Outlaws is perfect. You can have this
There you
whole
go.
Western sort of theme.
He's really pushing this
I
Outlaws
am pushing
type
the Outlaws.
thing.
I got all up here.
I don't think the Outlaws would have went good with the color scheme.
No.
No,
It would be a different color scheme. It'd be like a brown, orange, red dirt sort of color scheme. Oh, it would have been fantastic. People would have loved it.
So I actually made jerseys in NHL 24 that are Outlaws with these colors.
Exactly. Oh, with the teal and blue or whatever.
Yeah. So I can send them to you when I get home.
Please
I
do.
really,
Send me the
I
other ones
love
were
the
good.
color.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the colors.
Okay.
I really do like the colors too. So the colors there's a Seattle Kraken kind of have a similar blue, but they have like the turquoise with the navy blue too, and they have the red mixed in there. What these colors really are Winnipeg Ice colors. So Winnipeg Ice is a minor league team, so they have almost the same colors. There's a lot of teams that have similar colors in hockey. So I mean, there's so many sports teams you kind of have to copy someone at this point. So,
I'm a fan of the colors. I said it with the Washington football team when it first came out. I'm like, that's such a dumb name.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of the name.
I don't know. I think the name there's kind of like a classic element to it that I'm kind of thinking of. It's like the hockey club. Like I sent you the thing in the group chat. Like a lot of hockey teams when they were first being started were hockey clubs, just like football clubs, because like it was just a bunch of guys in the neighborhood getting together and playing hockey before there was even a league. So it wasn't the Montreal Canadiens, it was the Montreal Hockey Club.
That's what this team is.
Right, yeah. Well, what do you mean?
Just a bunch of guys getting together to play some hockey. They're not
very good. They have some good players, but I think that now people will, because of what they saw Seattle do and what they saw Vegas do, and how like the facilities are really nice, how like the team is run really well, I think people will end up going to Utah, and they could end up being a pretty good team because the Coyotes weren't bad. They just couldn't hold out. Like they would say in like a wild card spot at the beginning of the year, they would get off to a good start, and then they just wouldn't be able to hold it together.
Yeah,
they didn't have the depth, they didn't have the goaltending, or there were pieces missing.
Because
it was run poorly.
Just a hockey club.
Yeah, it was run poorly. And but I think the hockey club is a decent name.
So
I think it's okay.
I just love our group chat because I'm in your text conversation.
Yeah.
Living
Yeah.
through it because I looked at the text last night. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go to sleep.
What?
I muted you guys. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I muted you.
I don't
guys.
think we went off too much in the chat last night. There are days when we just go off. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'll look at my phone. I
Yeah.
have 70 missed text messages.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Josh will put like one thing in. He'll like put like a picture in or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
And it'll
he's
just
in that
add
group
fuel
chat?
to the
No,
fire.
no, that's a
well, there's
different
one with
group
us
chat.
three, and then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
one with 4 of us.
Oh, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the one with us three.
Oh well, yeah. It happens in either one.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm active in the group chat.
I know, dude. It's nice to know that my friends will talk for me while I'm at work.
Yeah.
So game 3 happened.
Yeah, game 3. So so Florida took it. Florida won 4-3. I think game 4 is tonight or tomorrow night. I think it's tonight. I don't know. I think Edmonton could squeak out one, but I think it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
I think both finals are over.
So I was actually going to ask you this. I think Dallas has a higher chance of coming back and pulling the
than
reverse
Edmonton?
three-peat than Edmonton because Florida's
for
just
sure.
so dominant.
For sure. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Florida's
Yeah.
not going to lose.
No, it almost doesn't matter that Connor McDavid and Draisaitl are on that other team because Florida's look so good
Yeah.
and Bobrovsky's in net.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I think Dallas will have an easier time coming back with Boston, especially since what they did yesterday. You see how they massacred them yesterday.
I could see that, like
yeah.
you said, Dallas coming back, but not Florida.
No, but I mean both series it's not going to happen. I don't think. It'd be crazy if it did, but
It would really be awesome if Dallas did it, but I doubt it.
it
Why
would
do
be
you want Dallas to win?
I don't know. Actually, I was just disagreeing to disagree. I forget who I was disagreeing for now.
I don't know. With the NBA Finals, I didn't really care who won because, like, as a Pistons fan, it's kind of weird to root for the Celtics.
Yeah.
But then I don't like Kyrie Irving, so. But I do like Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. I was a fan of Dirk.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter to me. But with NHL, I did want Edmonton to win, but
Really?
it's all right. Yeah,
Why?
I want
Just 'cause
McDavid
of
to get a
guys?
cup. I want McDavid to get a
You
cup.
suck. You suck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really like Gustav Forsling. I don't like Ryan Lomberg. I don't really like Sam Bennett on the Florida Panthers. They play rough. And there are more players on Edmonton that I like. Zach Hyman, who went to Michigan. Who else is on that team? Darnell Nurse. He's all right. Who's the other guy on their team? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins he's been a workhorse for them
Yeah.
for a little bit. I wanted him to get a cup too. So there was just more players on Edmonton that I wanted to win.
I guess.
Yeah.
I've heard one take where it's like, Detroit, we've played so many Florida teams and we keep losing to them. I just want Florida to lose. Somebody was talking
Yeah.
just of that, but I want to keep the cup in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it? Corey Perry on Edmonton. He's went to 5 straight Stanley Cup Finals 4 straight and lost all 4.
That's worse
With
than
4
Hosa.
different
That's
teams.
rough.
Yeah,
That is
that's
worse
like
than
Buffalo.
Hosa.
Well, that's like Buffalo. Right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Corey Perry.
Yeah. He went. So he
Honestly,
went this
that's
year.
kind of like Shaq, too. He lost a
Yeah.
lot in the finals.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got 3 of them.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he still lost a lot. Are we going to talk about the guys that were at my gym?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I looked it up after the fact, and they are from Michigan, which would make sense that they're here in the off season. But here in the off season,
who we're talking about real quick?
yeah, because they put it on their Snapchat, they put it on their Instagram.
Give some context as to what's going on. Who we're talking about.
So Ben, at your gym,
At my gym, yeah.
you saw Matt Waugh and Michael McCarron from the NHL. Matt Waugh's a defenseman from the LA Kings, and then Michael McCarron's a forward from the Nashville Predators.
Mm-hmm.
They're both from Michigan.
Both free agents.
Both free agents. Both working out at the same time in the off
Are
season.
they from the southeast Michigan area?
So
Or was one from Grand Rapids?
I think McCarron's from Grosse Pointe, and then I know Matt Waugh's from Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
Gotcha.
my gym is in Plymouth.
Yeah, I know.
So-
It's southeast Detroit or southeast Michigan.
Oh,
Yeah, they're both from around here.
I'm not
Yeah.
good with directions. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm peeling.
Well,
Sorry.
Don't play with it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, your tattoo.
Sure, we'll
Yeah.
get to that about the everything.
No, they already know about
There
it.
you go.
Yeah,
okay,
he's had it
okay.
since the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'm sorry, guys. You're going to see me tatted up from now on.
So, Yeah, those two guys are at your gym. They're free agents.
Yeah, my trainer was trying to convince him to go to the
Red Wings.
To the Red Wings. And
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but there was a big name in the free agent market. Like, I think it was Verstappen. I don't know.
What?
Max
Verstappen?
Yeah, he's
the
a
F1
he's
driver.
A free agent.
Is he a free agent right
No,
now?
he's an F1 driver.
Oh, no,
Red Bull.
there's a big name in hockey that was at my gym a couple weeks ago because I was talking to my trainer about it, and he's like, yeah, he's like really good. I forget who it is, but he tried to convince him to go to.
Who's really good and who's already out of the playoffs?
Any
idea?
I would have to text him.
A free agent. I keep talking. I'm going to look that up because you said it the other day, and you said he was from the Canucks.
Was he a free agent?
I don't
or
know.
He was just a good player.
I forget. He was definitely a free agent. I just forget his name, and I don't know if he actually played for the Canucks or not.
Okay.
I thought my trainer said Canucks.
Well, it wouldn't be Sam Reinhart, Jake Gensel, Brandon Montour, or it wouldn't be Brandon Montour either. Elias Lindholm, Steven Stamkos.
Stamkos.
No way.
No.
I think
he wasn't.
I think it was Stamkos.
No, stop fucking around.
What's his name? You hear
Like,
rumors.
stop fucking around.
Oh, man. Well, you hear rumors that,
I hear rumors all the time.
Yzerman had him before.
Yeah, he had him on in Tampa.
But
again, rumors on Twitter. It's like, oh, Yzerman wants to pick up, Stamkos.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's no. You heard it here first. If they sign
If that is true.
If it is true, I forget because it was just a quick conversation because I was like, oh, how was it training with the NHL boys? They're like, oh yeah, it was cool. I was like,
Jesus Christ. That's crazy though. If Stamkos really was there, if next time you go back, ask him and see, and you could get an actual name.
Get it in writing.
Yeah,
get it in writing.
Get it in writing.
Well,
we want the CCTV footage.
Yeah, exactly.
Larkin goes there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen Larkin yet.
Right. Yeah. And he probably doesn't go there as often because again he has the professional facilities. To go to.
Yeah.
But it's like.
And he probably talks to Dan and he's like, "Hey Dan, can I come after hours?" And Dan's probably like, yeah. So, but yeah, there's people that go to my gym that play professional sports. It's cool.
I'm gonna have to go with you a couple more times because if they're
$25,
shit, yeah,
or $100 a month, depending on what you want.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
It's a fun gym. It's worth it.
Expensive.
It's worth it though.
Think very expensive.
What can I do there that I can't go do at a junkyard?
Right. Yeah.
At a junkyard?
Yeah, you got tires at a junkyard. I got metal stuff.
Right.
Like
what am I getting there that I can't look up online?
Yeah.
A lot of it's people. A lot of it is, and then they have a lot of equipment.
What if I like working out by myself?
Yeah.
What are you, an introvert? I know.
No, what if you like working out by yourself? What if you just put your headphones in?
Did Rocky go there? You ever see Rocky 3? When he trains out in the nice gym, he loses.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to go back to Russia and Siberia and train like how the robot was supposed to train.
Yeah.
How Drago was supposed to train.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In
and
the
he wouldn't
snow,
beat him.
on the farm.
I like the
He had
fact
some
that
rocks he's pulling up.
I like the fact that
In the
anytime I go into the gym, there is a very good chance that there will be some sort of professional athlete there.
Whenever we go golfing, there's a good chance there's a professional.
Yeah, I'm going
athlete
golfing
there.
tomorrow. Never know. We could see fucking Bertuzzi and Holmstrom out there or something. I don't know.
You're
never
never
know.
going to convince me not to go to this gym. I love this gym so much. It's the best gym I've ever been
So,
to.
are you going to
cool
plug it or are you just going to talk about it?
Ethos, Human Performance. They have 2 locations, and they're trying to expand down here, actually.
Yeah.
I told them that they should because they would get a lot more money.
Maybe.
It's not a maybe. It's a like.
Who's going to pay?
I mean,
$100 for a
yeah,
gym
if you have
membership?
100, I mean, well,
I pay $150. I used to pay $700 a month.
who down in this area is going to be?
That's
like I
good.
said,
That's a good. But there's a.
I just go to Victory, $20 a month.
Right.
Fantastic.
In
Support the
Woodhaven,
soldiers.
I'm thinking like a lot of like high school kids would get trained a lot because Woodhaven's been making the turnaround.
But Ben, you're glossing over the fact who is paying $100 to go to the gym?
A month.
There's people.
Yeah, out in Plymouth.
Not around here, Ben.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think around here it would be a lot tougher for them to reel in people.
There was a gym called F45 Fitness. They do a bunch of group training. They had a place over in Woodhaven. Again, the prices they're very expensive for my taste, but it ended up closing down because it wouldn't work. But it's a franchise, right? They have one in Livonia, Ann Arbor, and out in that area. It seems.
I don't know how their prices would work down here because I know the one in South Lyon is cheaper than the one in Plymouth.
Okay.
So they do range their prices.
Okay. Well, so it might not be as nice of a facility or have as many amenities,
or probably not as many trainers or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume.
Building.
Yeah.
Smaller building, probably. I know the one in South Lyon, even though.
Where's South Lyon?
From
Probably
here.
south.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
It's closer to Saline and everything.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I played. I scrimmaged at South Lyon High School while I was at Cabrini.
Is it north of us? There's no way.
It is north.
Wow.
It's over by Brighton, north of Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Bro, they got me there.
I played. I scrimmaged at South Lyon High School. They suck. I'm going to say that right now. But, dude, just the smell of lavender in that area, just everywhere. Everywhere you go, it just smells like lavender. And that horse shit, but...
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is,
We went up north, we'll get back to the sport. We'll talk about the everything part later, but when we were up north, there was lavender plants on the side of the road, like an influx of them. Like, there was more than usual. So, you just be driving, up north and you see purple. And it's just, that's all the lavender and shit like that. It was just a lot of it that grew that year for some reason.
Bro, I'm not going to lie, going to a scrimmage to go... Well, it wasn't a real football game, but it's a scrimmage. And you smell lavender, that shit calms you right down right away. You're so amped, and then you're just, driving. You have the windows up, and you're just... This is nice right now. This is a nice vibe.
Is there an English teacher around here? Where is this lavender smell coming from?
Bro, it was the weirdest feeling ever. And then I fell asleep, too. I hate falling asleep on the bus if it's not over 4 hours. I hate sleeping on the bus.
You know what's over 4 hours? The distance between Edmonton and Florida. They said that this is the longest Cup final ever.
Oh,
between
yeah,
distance,
really?
Yeah.
It's the longest distance between Cup finals ever.
Between Cup finals, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think the one previous was Montreal and Edmonton, or Montreal and L.A., I want to say. I think that was 1993. That was the last time they won it. I think that's who they played. And that's just a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Because it's not, you don't go down in the panhandle. You go and then Montreal, I guess, is closer to the U.S. border than Edmonton is.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That would be a long flight. Is it a long flight?
Yeah, we looked it up at work. I think it's 8 hours.
Damn.
An 8-hour flight. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then they actually got delayed going into Game 3. They
How do you get delayed? You have a private jet.
there was storms.
Oh,
Very
okay.
bad storm.
Yeah.
So they were in the Panhandle of Florida, and they're in Sunrise, which I think is halfway down the Panhandle. It's almost where Orlando is. And there was a storm that was coming across over Jackson and Fort Lauderdale. So they couldn't take off. And then I think they took off, or they ended up having to take off and land again, or they had to ground it, they had to stay put. Because there was another one coming across north, Oklahoma and Arkansas, Missouri area, kind of St. Louis almost.
Yeah.
So they had to ground it again. They couldn't take off any again.
Wow.
So when they finally took off, they landed at I think it was 8 o'clock or something like that on Friday night.
Yeah.
And then still went out there and won. Or would have been
Thursday night.
Thursday
Whenever.
night. Yeah. No, Wednesday night, because the game was Thursday night. So Wednesday.
I'm trying to think of what the longest flight I've ever been on is.
I've only been on one. It's been here to Orlando. So.
And
then
how
back.
long was it?
2.5.
From here to Orlando was 2.5 hours?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was 2.5.
I think
It's
the
not bad at
longest
all.
in-air time I've had is from here to Denver,
Okay.
I think. That was a good 4 hours, I think. I
Okay.
fell asleep. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
My dad woke me up, so...
Dang.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think going back to Orlando it was longer. I think going down it was 2.5. Going back here it was 3. because you're fighting the jet stream.
Oh yeah.
Because the jet stream comes down south and curls across the U.S.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it goes towards California and shit.
It always seems like if you're flying more out west, like you get. So when I flew from Detroit to Iowa, if I was going towards Iowa, it would seem like forever. But once I went from Iowa to Chicago to Detroit, I think the winds were pushing us.
There is a jet stream going that way.
The winds push you. So like the big jet stream pushes you towards California, but then there's another one that's like a little bit more north that pushes you eastward.
Yeah, I was probably on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. My first flight. I'll talk about this in the everything part. My first flight, that was terrifying.
Yeah, I was not a fan of my first flight either. I got really sick.
Really?
Yeah, I almost threw up after I got off in Orlando. Yeah, but then the second time I slept, so I didn't even feel it.
I'll talk more about mine later. But, is there anything else about NHL that comes to mind?
Nothing right now, other than the LA Kings and Anaheim Ducks getting a new jersey revamp.
Are they?
Yeah, they're supposed to go back to like their 90s wardrobe a little bit. So the LA Kings kind of brought back
They
their
get a purple one or something.
I hope so. I honestly
That'd
hope
be
so.
sick.
They had that reverse retro that came out a couple years ago with the crown on the shirt or on the jersey. That was really cool. But yeah, hopefully they go back to that. But they brought back the 90s Gretzky ones earlier this year with like an alternate. So hopefully they just use those ones.
Black ones or something?
No. They were the ones with the silver trim.
Oh, yeah. Pull it up still.
LA Kings jersey.
Yeah,
that was the one that he wore.
Yeah,
but then
that'd
they
be
wore
cool.
these ones down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then let's see if they have the other one that they wore.
Oh,
There's
man.
another one. Yeah, that one.
Or
And
no,
then
just the purple and yellow. That's a
yeah.
throwback.
There was that one. Yep. People were saying to bring back the yellow with the purple trim.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of options. So they have the LA Kings kind of like Chevy logo in the front.
Yeah.
And then they have the normal like crown. I don't know which one. I feel like the Kings across the front would look pretty cool because it's like big and obnoxious. But then also just have like a huge crown on your chest would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then the Ducks are supposed to go back to their 90s colorway, and people are saying that they're going to have like the same jersey and the same like jersey design, but just have the old colors, which I'm perfectly.
What
fine
are
with.
the old colors? Green.
That
whatever?
like the lilac kind of color and the turquoise.
Oh yeah, I know. What
Mighty Ducks era.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite jerseys.
Yeah, that would be really cool. They kind of brought it back with the reverse retro a little bit, the reverse retro design, but it wasn't like all the way back. It would like kind of had like a They didn't have the Mighty Ducks logo. They had like the new logo in the front, like with the triangle. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, if I was a team owner, I'd feel like I'd just be revamping the jerseys every year. Special edition 2023, 2024 jersey. Just some cool, decked out jersey. I don't know. It'd be such a waste of money. The supply chain to make the jerseys would be all screwed up. Fans would hate me because as soon as they get a jersey, it's outdated in them.
Yeah, I'd go crazy with the jerseys. I'd release like a special edition every year.
Yeah.
But then I'd have like one consistent alternate. I have like four.
Yeah,
a home and away, one consistent alternate, and then one like special.
So
edition
you're basically your
That'd
professional
be fun.
franchise is going to be like Oregon's football team.
No. We're not going to have 5 different jerseys that we wear at home. We don't wear the same jersey at home all the time, like Oregon did. Oregon, I swear to God, never wore the same jersey at home once.
No, dude.
They had so many jerseys.
Yeah, but they have some of the nicest college football jerseys ever.
They did have some bangers. The green ones with like the reflective green on the sleeve.
The all-white Stormtrooper ones.
The all-white with the green, like the all-white, pure white, and then the white with the green and yellow feathers. Those ones are really cool.
Phil Knight really went all out for those.
The black ones with the yellow feathers on them.
Yeah.
Those are really cool too.
Not as good as the maize and blue wing.
Never
obviously.
never.
But they're a close second.
Not as good as the maize and blue striped jerseys, am I right?
What?
The striped ones under the lights? People hate those ones. People like notoriously hate those.
Oh, I know what you're. I know what you're talking about.
Mike, I'm horrified that you don't
I
know.
know.
What
I'm
I'm
embarrassed
about.
here. We gotta cut this. This is live.
This is live,
I can't
dude.
edit this out.
No, only in post. But you're our editor, so.
I can't type.
Oh yeah, those ones. Yeah, it's not.
They
great.
called them bumblebees.
The bumblebees.
And then they had these ones.
What year were they? 2012.
2012, yeah. And then they
I'm not a
had.
huge fan of them either, but
There was another one that they had. They were blue, and they had it like all the way down the sleeve on the one on both sides. It's not showing it, but yeah, they had those ones for the Under the Lights game, and then they had, I think that like it was like a classic one that they wore like way back in the day.
Oh, right there. Was it that?
No.
No?
It was this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is the same
like
thing, but it's
yeah.
just blue. Yeah,
Yeah.
not very good.
yeah. I don't know. College. Didn't we talk about whether college jerseys are better than professional jerseys?
I think they are.
They definitely are.
I think there are a lot of NFL jerseys that are just like cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you kind of have like a couple of stripes on the sleeve, and then like the border numbers, and then like the team name across the chest, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But versus like you have like the Kentucky checkerboard jerseys, and you have the Oregon Ducks jerseys, or you have the
Tennessee's jerseys are awesome
yeah, you have-
too, with the black one.
or Maryland's jerseys with the
Yeah.
helmets and stuff like that.
Mm.
Like you have stuff like that where it's or Michigan State when they had the all matte black jerseys with the green logos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not a Michigan State fan, but those were pretty cool.
Yeah.
At the preface, we don't like Michigan State.
No, yeah.
Gonna make me sick over here talking about it.
So, Scooble.
Yeah, Tariq Skubal, he's a Cy Young candidate this year. He's got, I think, a under 2 ERA. He's got I think a .93 WHIP. I'm pretty sure.
This is the Detroit.
Yeah, this is the Detroit pitcher, our ace right now.
Yeah.
And I personally want to keep him and Jack Flaherty, but there's a rumor mill going around that people want to trade Jack Flaherty for a bat in the lineup. They want to get someone back, get like a shortstop back, now that Javi Baez is injured, or just get a competent hitter, like anywhere you can put him in the lineup. Now we don't have a bona fide first baseman on the lineup. Now Torkelson got sent back down, so people were talking about Pete Alonso from the New York Mets. But that's a big contract, and like I don't know if you really want to go out and get like a blockbuster like that. You might want to go out and get someone like a producer, like someone who's out there like in the middle of the lineup who can play first base that you can put in there and who can, shore up your lineup. Not someone who's going to come in and take it over, but that might cost you too much because you don't want to like shatter this roster. You want to keep this roster intact because your pitching staff is good and you do have good young players in your team that can end up blossoming. You have Cole Keith, Riley Green, Zach McKinstry is still he's a really good defender. Like you have pieces that you want to keep.
Yeah.
So you don't want to trade too much away, but at the same time, by the trade deadline, if you're not in a position to buy, you might want to sell and get that bat back for one of your pitchers.
I don't know, maybe your victory team should pick somebody up.
Yeah.
Bro, Adam was playing like an all-star.
Yeah, Adam was playing very good.
Fantastic.
It was crazy.
Too.
Yeah.
Joey did good too. Joey had a couple snags.
Dude, that one catch in the outfield, I legitimately didn't know what to do with myself. Like that was a crazy catch. That might be one of the craziest ones he's made.
Yeah.
That was insane. For those of you listening, our out left fielder Joey, he literally made the catch from that Austin Jackson made when he saved Armando Galarraga's perfect game. In that ninth inning, when the famous call was made, I think for the first out there was a gapper that was hit in between left and right center, or left and center, and Austin Jackson laid out on the warning track to go catch it on his backhand like that. And it's an insane catch, like just pictures of it and stuff like that. That's literally what he did, except it was in right field
Was that
or
the
left
second
field.
game?
It was.
I can't remember.
He had a couple insane.
He had the sliding one
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Mike was cheering for the other team the whole time.
That was an accident. I cheered for their first home run. I got a little too amped up. I wasn't paying attention, and whatever. I was like, "Oh, let's go!" It's a ball flying. I got excited. It was like, Josh is like,
That one dude on the opposite team had like 4 home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was great. So apparently that dude, or one of the guys on our team told us that guy is actually banned from batting in another league.
Oh, so good.
Because he's so good. He plays in another league where it's all older guys, or it's all like 40 and up.
40 and up.
And they're not as fast as we are, so they're not going to be able to get out of the way as easy. So they don't want him batting.
Wow.
Because he can put the ball fucking...
Anywhere.
What's the point of even playing at that point in that league? You know,
It's a hitting sport.
Bro,
Like you hit to... You see who
You
scores
are
the most
in a
runs.
beer league.
Yeah, it's like...
So, That dude was just like crazy though. I wasn't expecting to see full on like home run derby.
And then some of these guys are not natty. This isn't the MLB where you have to be natural.
Oh
yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, it's also soft toss. I mean, if you really crank that thing,
it's coming in at 5 miles an hour. So
that ump was like calling some random shit though.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention on some of those.
No,
pitches.
dude, the ump was not paying attention because my first at bat I should have been out because he called that first strike on me, and then the second pitch came in and hit right on the black in front of the plate. That should have been strike 2. That should have been out. But he caught. But the first pitch was like, it was a ball. Like it hit like the back part of like where the square lines up with the plate.
Yeah.
So like it could have been either way, but I thought it was a ball because it was kind of inside.
Yeah.
So he probably gave it to me on that one. It was like, all right, I'll let him by, and then I popped out. So
our odds, like we were Vegas and we lost. Vegas lost.
I lost a lot of money.
Minus 750 for you to hit a home run.
Yeah.
A lot of people lost their money on that sure thing.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I lost my money.
Yeah.
What did we also bet? It was like the first
pitch strike.
First pitch strike.
It was
Over under was 20 runs. First game was the under.
and we hammered the over.
Told you to.
Yeah.
I was like, hammer the over on that.
Yeah, we listened to you.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be our source.
Yeah.
You led us astray.
We know Adam would play so well. Get all the defensive stops.
he did.
Dude, it was crazy how Adam would snag it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a few really good stops.
He had a fantastic game.
Yeah,
We told him.
over there.
But more sports in the NFL of my territory. I love this.
All right, let's hear it.
Jake Bates, baby.
Bates.
Jake Bates.
Staying in Detroit for a little bit here.
2-year deal.
Do
so
we
he
have
signed the deal, or is it like,
he signed here.
What's the numbers looking like? Because I just know that he got signed.
There aren't any numbers for it yet. Adam Schefter hasn't said anything. But Jake Bates, he is a Detroit Lion.
I was trying to explain to people like who Jake Bates is and like why this is important. I was like, do you know anything about this was the first question. I was like, do you know anything about football? They're like, no. I was like,
who are you talking to?
People at work.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, well, do you know how the game is played? And they're like, somewhat. I was like, do you know that kicking field goals are important? They're like, yes, scoring points is important. I was like, all right. Jake Bates can literally line up from 65 and drain that shit, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw something on Instagram underneath the post from Detroit from the NFL, and it was like good for him, and then it was like they're not going to use him. And I commented on it, and I was like, we literally signed him because we needed a competent kicker. We are definitely going to use him.
We would have won the NFC Championship had we had a little more trust in our kicker, you know?
That is true.
We would have won the Super Bowl had we kicked the field goal.
Exactly.
No,
Nobody wants to say the quiet part out loud, but I just did.
Yeah. We live and die by the sword. At least I can say that Dan Campbell did go for it on fourth down. And guess what? He said we were going to go for it.
Like I said, it was it was a little far out. Our kicker was a little shaky, but
now that we have Jake Bates, dude,
I still would have went for it. I still would have kicked it.
Yeah.
So Jake Bates is actually a soccer player. Jake Bates played soccer at Central Arkansas, and then college football at Texas State, and then at Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a soccer player originally, and I guess he was really good at kicking. So he's
got that strong
became
leg.
a kicker. Yeah.
Yeah, he was behind like two really good kickers, so he didn't really see any playing time whatsoever.
Yeah.
No,
because both of those kickers that were in front of him went to the league.
Yeah.
So.
Can you imagine having 3 NFL kickers on your college team?
Bro.
24 years old.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Thank God he went to the Panthers because everybody would have. Everybody was coming for him, dude. Yeah. So as soon as they saw that, and they're like, "Oh, he's doing this on Sundays at Ford Field now, no question about it."
Definitely. Yeah, that was kind of after we kicked because we saw the first kick.
Yeah.
We saw I think it was a 64-yarder because then the second one we had already left. That was like a last second one, and it was like 8 seconds after we were already gone by that point. But we saw the first one definitely.
Yeah.
And then we saw another one not the weekend after that one, but the second week you took us.
Yeah.
I think it was week 3. He hit another one.
Yeah,
he hit like a 66-yarder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he was hitting. It wasn't like barely going over. It was hitting the net.
No, yeah, it would have gone to the stands had the net not been there. So that's how you know it was a really good kick. Like it cleared it by a decent amount.
So he could. I think the announcer said it would have been good from 73 if he would have kicked it. From 73.
That's insane.
So I'm like, even if we're like on our 35-yard line, just get Jake Bates.
Well, so there is something that I saw that was brought up that was pretty interesting. It's like we have to take this with a grain of salt because he is coming from borderline minor league football to the NFL.
Yeah.
So you're going to have less time to make that kick because you're going to be bigger, stronger guys barreling down on top of you.
That's very
The ball's
true.
going to be different. The stadium's going to be different.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is going to be different.
Just bigger guys on the line. You got to kick over now.
Right. Yeah. Your nerves are going to be higher because you know it's going to be higher stakes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit different for him. But if he just sticks to what he does and he does what he did, he'll be fine.
He's earned a chance.
Oh, yeah.
To play in the NFL. No question about that. But yeah, I hope he does good. I'm thrilled he's here in Detroit.
Yeah. He could definitely help us win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this shit about Kurt Cobain's?
Oh, so the Atlanta Falcons got stung with tampering.
Yeah,
they got hit with a tamper. I think it was between them and Pittsburgh Steelers. There was a trade or something like that, and they got revoked their 5th round conditional pick that they were supposed to get in the Matt Ryan deal or in the
Kirk.
in the Matt Ryan deal.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. You're right. Yep.
I forgot he's retired now.
Yeah,
Bro, it's crazy that we grew up with these people and now they're retiring.
Yeah. Happens to everyone.
I feel bad.
Adam and I were just talking about that about Max Scherzer from the Tigers.
Did he retire?
I think he's like 37.
Okay.
So he's on his way. But we remember when he made his debut with the Tigers, or with the Diamondbacks, and we brought him to the Tigers.
Same thing with Miguel Cabrera. I was like, never thought he would retire, and then one day he's
because he was on the team before I started paying attention to baseball. Because he was like, or no, he wasn't on it. He was in baseball like before I started paying attention. We brought him here, I think, in 2008.
Yes.
Yeah, he was on the Marlins, right?
He was on the Marlins, won a World Series. But I had known about him before he became a Tiger. So then once he became a Tiger, I was like, oh, okay. And then like you said, I didn't think he'd ever leave.
And then Father Time caught up.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the. I don't know if that's a front office position. I think he's like a hitting overseer or something like that.
Hitting coach.
Yeah, hitting. I mean, we need him to be the hitting coach. Jesus Christ, can't freaking hit. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what people are saying. It's like if we what's Miguel doing? It's like, why doesn't he get in the dugout, put his old uniform on?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Why doesn't he get in there and teach Colt Keith how to hit?
I don't know, dude. Do you want to talk about the Olympics or the Euro first?
You want to talk about the NBA? We kind of already did.
We kind of already did.
We can talk about the Euro because Euro happened before the Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's your territory.
What is the Euro?
Friend.
I have no idea what we're talking about here. Europe Cup? Something?
So
soccer.
Euro is kind of like it's the European World Cup.
Yeah.
To kind of put it into perspective. So it's only European teams.
Yep.
And
does this happen every year? Every 2 years?
Every 4 years. So it happened last time in 2020.
Gotcha.
Italy won it, defending champions. We're in this to remind people of who's the boss. So we have, I think it's 6 different groups. Yeah, 6 different groups, 4 teams in each, 24 teams, all from Europe. And they
How
play.
many countries are in Europe?
A lot more than that. I think there's like 60 something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I was like,
that's little tiny ones,
Yeah.
Well, they still
Monaco, Andorra, and stuff like that. Well, yeah, but they all play in Europe, and at the same time. So there's, I think next weekend starts the Copa America. So Copa America is North and South America, and then there's the Euros, and then there's one for Asia and Oceania, and then there's the Africa Cup of Nations.
Okay.
So there's basically 5 different major cups
Yeah.
that all lead up to the World Cup.
And isn't the winners the ones that go to the World Cup, or at least have a bye or something?
They
No,
should
it's
do
just-
something where the champions all play each other. That'd be a lot of
So
fun.
they actually do. It's the I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Olympic qualifiers. So when they do the Euros, they do whoever places high in the Euros gets like first dibs or like gets the higher placing in the World Cup qualifier or something like that. But the World Cup isn't going to happen until 2026.
Yeah.
So they still have a few more years. So they have like international friendlies and stuff they have to play after the Euros are over.
Yeah.
So I think, but if like whoever they place in the Euros, it's like it determines almost how they place in the World Cup qualifying. So if you're a higher team in the Euros, obviously they're not going to have every European team that was in the Euro tournament in the World Cup because that's too many. I think they only have 32 teams in the World Cup. So you take maybe you take the top 12 in Europe. So that could be Germany through Denmark or whatever it is. And then you take those teams and you insert them in, and then the other 10, maybe you take 6 from Africa because it's a less number of teams. You take maybe 4 from Asia and Oceania because it's a less number of teams. And you take the other 12, other 16 from the Copa America. And you have 16, and you somehow work your way to get an even distribution or representation of teams from around the world.
Yeah.
So you get the World Cup represented in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So it determines how you would place or how you would play, and it's a good like foreshadowing for how the teams are going to perform.
So interesting.
But it's really, and they play for obviously the Euro Cup, and it's a big thing because, like you said, soccer's it's popular in Europe. So to become like the Euro
it's
champion,
the world's biggest sport, but
Yeah.
we're in the USA.
That's actually a really good comparison. Like the college football national championship of Europe for soccer.
Yeah.
That's pretty almost what it is. Because it's not like the club teams, like the city teams. It's the country.
Yeah.
So yeah. Whereas like in pro, it's like the city versus like the state.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I wonder who you're going to vote for.
Italy and Poland. Poland's in it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, so you're divided. Who are you going to vote for if it's Italy and Poland?
Poland, because Italy won it last time.
Really?
And I want Robert
Do you think
Lewandowski
Poland
to
can do
win
it
one.
though?
I think Italy's got a better chance at it.
Yeah.
But you never know what can happen.
Oh, wait, so Euro Cup. Shut up.
U.S. Oh, well.
So, so we're going to move on to the Olympics. Is it this year? It is this year.
It is this year.
Yeah. Wow. I've really fallen off of that. It really just doesn't have the weight that it used to have. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it really doesn't.
Yeah.
Do they still have basketball?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's a winter sport now, though.
No. Because Caitlin Clark didn't make the.
Oh, no, it used to be a winter sport. Now it's a summer sport. Yeah.
I'm saying my Summer Olympics are my favorite because flag football is part of it now.
Is it?
I think it's so stupid how, hey, you want to try out for the U.S. Olympic team?
The flag football team? Yeah, I'll go out for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a 7-on-7 flag football team.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun. Can professionals play in it or no?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ross St. Brown is supposed to represent Germany.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think he is though because of OTAs and mini
Gotcha.
championships.
Yeah. He's focused on winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Good.
Man, that's fun.
I don't know. I've never truly was a huge fan of the Olympics. You know,
I used to be as a kid. You know?
I really was. Yeah.
But now I'm just like, eh.
I don't know. I always thought it was cool to see all the different countries and to see where it was. It's like to see like the different uniforms people would have. Like you see like how the Netherlands wouldn't have red, white, and blue as their uniforms. They'd have orange. And it's like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Or like Italy would have blue. There's no blue in their flag, but they wear blue.
Yeah.
And like Brazil wears or like yellow and stuff like that. I thought it was cool like to see the different colors, like the different uniforms that they have, like how like the what's the one sport that I'm thinking of, like the speed skaters or like the bobsledders. They have like the full track piece or like the full like one piece thing. It can have like the flag on like the half of it, and it has like a monument or something like that on the back. I think that's really cool. I think it's cool to see that, and like to see like the podiums, the international anthems and stuff. I think it's a cool.
I do think I enjoy watching track during the Olympics.
Yeah,
track is fun to watch.
Track is a lot of fun.
Track is pretty cool. Yeah. Well, soccer's gonna be at the Olympics too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a big thing there.
And then track and field, and there's supposed to be baseball.
Really?
Yeah, baseball at the Olympics. Hell yeah.
Whew. Oh man, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
be really
how
fun.
come the Olympics is kind of turning into like a Wii Sports?
That's what it's always been.
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
I really want to run some Wii Sports right now.
You a
We should
Wii?
do that. You guys got
We
to do
do-
a late night stream where you just play Wii Sports or something.
Bro, we can't do that because when we get to boxing, I swear too much and I might say
Yeah.
something regrettable.
Child friendly.
I'll
Yeah.
freaking put my fist to the TV. I'll get too close to the TV. That was one thing I always used to do when I was a kid. Like, whenever I would box, I would always feel myself getting closer and closer to
Yeah,
the
you're
TV.
taking those steps.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I've broken a couple TV/controllers
Oh,
because, well, you know how they say put the wrist
Yeah,
wrap
it gets in the
around?
way.
It really does.
It really does. So you're like, oh, I'm not going to use it this time. And you're bowling and you just go,
Well, why do you let go?
Dude, I one time did that at my aunt's house, and so like her stairwell was like positioned in such a way that it was like next to the TV,
Yeah.
and I was using my left hand, and didn't have the remote on it, or I didn't have the strap on, and I pulled back and I let go, and the remote went right down the steps. It just went straight down the steps.
Right down into the basement or something.
Yeah.
yeah, me and Jamie were playing out in the living room one day and forget if it was the PS version of like, they had like a Wii Sports kind of thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
with that
the little
controller.
round thing up top.
Oh yeah, the PlayStation. I forget what it's
PlayStation
called.
Move.
Yeah, but yeah.
That went flying through the TV.
Yeah, exactly. There was famously one that was broken. When Jeremy would, I don't know if you could use the PS3 controllers, but you can use like the PS3 games and the PS4. I know.
Yeah.
So like he would have his PS3 stuff next to his PS4 stuff, and you would see the two controllers, and one of them still had the white thing, and one of them didn't have it anymore. It was like, what happened to that one? What'd you do?
Yeah, it broke.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Us with video games, we get heated. I think that's with a lot of people with video games.
Yeah. It's
Well-
quite common. I don't know. I don't get really. I don't get heated as much as I used to with video games because it's kind of like when I was like in high school and I played like Call of Duty and stuff like that with Jeremy and Mitchell and stuff
Those
like
Black
that.
Ops 2 lobbies were insane.
Oh my god, dude! I wanted to freaking like literally put my controller through the TV.
Well, so why play at that point?
It's fun. It's addicting. You're a kid.
Yeah, you're
dad.
I don't know.
It's the mixture of, oh, this is fun, you're addicted to video games, and then you get the Doritos.
Yeah.
You get the pop.
Or someone else joins the party. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit! Now I gotta play with that
When we
person.
when
Oh,
we had
yeah.
people over when we were little, we would easily go through. You know how Mountain Dew would have like the case of like 36 cans in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
do,
would.
do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, you.
After you tell this story, I'll tell a story that your brother would definitely remember. Keep going.
Okay. Kale was over, I believe. I don't know if you were over, but
I don't know. I can't remember.
Kale was over and we were playing video games and everything. We bought 3 cases of the 36 of Mountain Dew. 2.5 cases were gone by the morning. And that's when we photoshopped Mr. Kerr.
This is a story that should be told on the podcast.
podcast, Benjamin.
Yeah, we
So
can do it.
Sounds like that part of the story.
Sounds
might
like we
be
should skip
overlooked.
over this part.
Yeah.
But we're in the everything part.
But we should skip over this part.
Oh,
I think we should leave this part out.
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Everything doesn't need to go in the
The moral of the
everything.
story is, you, Jeremy, and this other guy drank 2.5
Cases
Yeah.
of
of
Mountain
36
Dew.
Mountain Dew,
And we
in
got
one night.
we got too excited with Photoshop.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Now let's hear your story.
This happened right here in this very room.
Wow.
So it was me, Mitchell, and Jeremy. We were we were having a sleepover in sophomore year. We were sophomores in high school, and it was like 2 a.m. And Mitchell's dad had taken us to Meyer to go get pop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy's dad had picked us up. So we had already like all of our stuff ready to go, and we were getting brought over to Jeremy's house. We were getting brought over here.
Yeah.
And when Mitchell's dad had taken us to go grocery shopping, there were cases of Mountain Dew and Pepsi that I think it was like 4 for $20 or something like that. It was like a really good deal.
Yeah.
So he got 4 of them, and then Jeremy was like, I have a 36 pack of Mountain Dew and another 12 pack at home yet. So he was like, we got fucking plenty of pop.
Yeah.
So we got here, we had a normal case of Mountain Dew, 36 case of Mountain Dew with maybe like 20 left in it. And then we had 4 12-packs. We had Pitch Black, Code Red, Voltage, and the normal Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And he had, like I said, he had the normal ones left, and I think another pack of Baja or something like that.
Yeah.
And Pitch Black was gone, Voltage was gone, Code Red was gone, and then we dusted off the rest of the 36-pack that he had in there.
Wow.
We stacked them up on an end table, like fucking frat kids.
Yeah.
When we were sophomores in high school. And we stacked them up on, I think it was on this table, that one. And we stacked them up, it reached 1, 2, 3 layers high.
Yeah.
And then it fucking fell all over. So we're like, oh my god. And I was like, wait, before we clean it up, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. Oh, no. We were watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
We were watching a YouTube video, and I was taking a drink of the pop.
I think I know this story.
You probably do. I was taking a drink of the pop, Code Red, and Jeremy had said something, made me inhale, and I sucked in the pop, and I started to like cough.
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom, I go to the toilet, and Mitchell comes, he stands in the doorway, and he's got this little baseball bat, like little wooden baseball bats, and he's standing there, and he's just holding it, and he's like, yo, you good? And then I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And I turn like this, and I give him a thumbs up, and I immediately go, whoa! I just paint the toilet all red, because it's Code Red.
Yeah.
So Mitchell's standing there in the doorway, horrified. He's standing like this with the baseball bat in his hand. He goes, "Oh shit!" And then Jeremy sees him. He's sitting like right over there because the couch is facing the other way. He was like, "What happened?" He turns the corner. He just goes, "Oh my god!" And then Jeremy and I sat there. We cleaned it up, and then Mitchell was sitting in here just playing video games, playing Call of Duty.
Bro, I remember the morning after because I go in there and the toilet is all red. I'm like, okay. And then I walk in here.
Okay.
And I see you guys passed out. And I think Jeremy was up. I was like, did you have another nosebleed or something? Like, what's going on? He's like, no, Jonathan just had too much Code Red. I was like, oh, it literally looks like he lost 2 metric fuck tons of blood.
Yeah. Looks like I got cut or something like that. We ran to the bathroom.
Dude, it looks like somebody just decided to gut you like a fish.
Right,
Jugular.
Yeah,
right
dude,
there.
it was crazy. I was like, ain't no
man.
way.
No, yeah.
It looked like a crime scene.
Yeah.
Dude, it really did. I also missed the bowl. I hit like the back part of the rim. So like I hit like where like the seat hooks into the actual like toilet. It's not fucking good.
That toilet has seen some weird shit. Literally.
Oh yeah. It's a trooper.
Yep. It's lasted how many years?
Oh shit, I don't know.
It's a toilet. It should last
Forever.
Yeah, forever. The entirety of the house.
Dude, speak to that. Talk to the toilet at work at my job.
Oh,
fucking,
yeah.
It gets. I think they said it got fixed. Like it got revamped. Like just before I got hired in, it's been down for like a month now. Trying to get fixed. The toilet is like, it's not stable.
Oh,
it's like when you sit down, it'll sit. Like it'll like teeter.
I'm sure.
Have you noticed?
Can't be good.
No.
When you come over to my mom's house and you walk into the bathroom, have you noticed the toilet? How it's angled?
I haven't been.
What do you mean? Like
yeah.
Angled? Or
no.
Angled?
It's turned.
Okay.
It's turned.
Yeah, I've noticed that before.
Yeah, that's because the guy who put it in was drunk.
Jesus.
Nice. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, yours at work. I
Good
don't know.
times.
You gotta be careful. You gotta have a good seal.
Yeah, you
For
got
everything to go down. You can't have that thing wobbling.
No, yeah.
It doesn't wobble. It's he put it in
I'm
great.
talking about
Yeah, mine at work.
Oh.
Mine will just wobble back and forth.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's the worst with the weather now because sometimes like you're just sweaty because it's so hot, and then your ass just hydroplanes over the seat.
Dude, honestly, like you try to scooch up.
I don't
you try
know.
To, like,
I don't
you try
know
to like
if girls
scooch back
have
or
this
scooch
problem.
up, and you're just like, whoa, and you're like,
I don't know if girls
I
have this
know.
problem, but when your ass hydroplanes across the seat and you're just trying,
you never had this problem, Mike? Hydroplaning your ass across the toilet seat?
I
No?
plant down. I
Oh,
guess. Yeah, I have not had this problem.
He must have calluses on his ass.
Yeah, he
No.
must not suffer from sweaty ass at work.
No, his work is at his house.
Oh yeah, that's right. There you go. You
Air
just-
conditioning.
Yeah, there you go. There's another thing. You get to shit in the comfort of your own
Exactly.
home. Oh,
That
my
is
God.
nice. It is very nice. You know, just at my own leisure when
Yeah.
I need to.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Who am I telling this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just go walks to the bathroom.
It's
Yeah.
nice at my job. I don't tell anybody I'm going to the bathroom.
No,
Like,
yeah, I
it's
don't either.
it's just like Is today the day I hydroplane?
Have to call somebody and help you out.
Yeah, that's what my boss at work said. He was like, if you need to go to the bathroom, just go to the bathroom. You don't need to tell me. Like, I don't need to know if it's a shit. Yeah, he was like, just if I need to know where you are, just like be able to respond. Like keep your radio on. So
yeah.
Like, okay. So then he was like, just fucking.
Oh, Jonathan, we need you. Sorry, sir. What would be your code?
Give me 1 second. Gives you the toilet flush.
Oh, man. I'm shocked. Yeah, if I was your boss, I'd be like, just give me a heads up. I don't care, but just a heads up so I know you're.
No,
gone,
that's what I do. I'll peek my head in the office. I'll be like, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. Be like, okay, and just fucking.
Right.
But Mitchell, I remember when Mitchell was my boss. I said that to Mitchell. I was like, I walked in, and obviously it's Mitchell, so I walked in and I did a T pose in the doorway, and I was like, I have to shit. And I just walked away, and he goes, what? And I was like, and I turned around, and I was like, I was telling you I have to go to the bathroom. He was like, why are you telling me? And I was like, so you know where I am.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And he was like, okay. And I was like,
for your job, it makes sense. It's like, oh, yeah, you need to know where this person is all times. Yeah.
I just got to make sure that I'm not, logged off of anything, and I just go.
Okay.
That's nice. I don't know, dude. We were talking about video games. Do you guys have a favorite video game?
Destiny.
Yeah. Destiny.
Yeah, the first Destiny. That was the first real first-person shooter MMO that I kind of got into. That was so good. A lot of people are like, the game's pretty bad because it had a bunch of flaws, but I really enjoyed it. For not playing like a big open world, I think that was the thing. It wasn't as open world as people had liked. Mm-hmm. But for me, that was my first open world first-person shooter game. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Yeah. So for me, that was probably my favorite video game.
I don't know what mine would be. So there's a couple of picks for me. There's Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good. I played that one. I started a new playthrough recently because of the Acolyte series that came out in Star Wars. So I started to play through that again. One of the first video games that I ever played was Lego Star Wars: Complete Saga on the Wii. Yeah. So that one will always hold a special place in my heart. So if we're gonna go top 3, it'll go 1 and 2, and then the third one will be Forza Horizon.
Okay.
The first one on Xbox 360. Okay. I played through that one. I started to play through a couple months ago, and that would have been my third time playing through it.
Of the original Forza Horizon?
Of the original one, yeah.
Wow.
I played through the second one, played through the third one. I didn't play 4, I played 5, and I think they're supposed to release a 6. Nothing will get better than that first one.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
Why?
Definitely. The cars, the map, the cars, the races, how easy it was. Not easy in terms of difficult, but easy to understand and
it was intuitive
follow.
to play.
Right, yeah. It was it was a simple system, so it was easy, but it wasn't overly complicated to where you couldn't get the game done.
Yeah.
So it was difficult too because there were some races that even I don't have completed until this day. So
yeah.
But playing through the story is always really cool. You get these wristbands. So you get when you play through the first circuit, I think it's the blue circuit or whatever, you get a blue wristband. And you play through those races, and if you complete a certain amount of those blue races, you get a green one.
Yeah.
So then you're upgraded to the green one. It goes green all the way up to silver, bronze, gold, and then gold you get unlocked the championship race. If you win that one, you get 5 million credits. You can basically buy whatever car you want in the game. So it's really cool. It's one of my favorite games ever.
I was more into the story type of games. So the God of War.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uncharted.
Okay.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah. The Force Unleashed.
One.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the first one. I wasn't a big fan of the second one.
I think we've all chose story games because you said Destiny.
That's a story game. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's the CODs of the world, but COD really got boring.
Call of Duty will always be special.
Madden 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madden 24. We talked about that last week. What was your favorite Madden game? I said Madden 25. The one with Barry on the cover. The one that came out.
The original Madden 25.
Yeah. Have you do you play 2K at all?
No. I play PGA 2K.
Oh.
There you go.
I mean, it counts, but
2K23.
Hell yeah.
That is a great game. I love that.
There have been so many times that I've seen people play 2K and that I've been playing 2K, and I'm just I'll play it to have fun, and I'll play it for a day and a half, and I'll be like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
And we would play Resident Evil and everything, and we would play like the haunted story games, and this was in Iowa. Malik would have us turn off all the lights, and we would play these games.
Nice.
And we would just be, what was it called? I forget what it was called. It was a scary ass game.
One of the scarier ones for me was The Forest. I think it was called The Forest, and then there was one that I want to say there was one that came out like a few years ago, or more than a few years ago now. At this point, I'm thinking a few years ago when I was in high school, because that's the last time I remember playing this. I can't remember what it was called. Sleep something, shit. So, I don't know. I can't remember.
Nope.
But yeah, it was a really scary video game. It was like streamers notoriously would have like their reactions to like the jump scares and stuff like that. So it was like one of those games. It was like more popular.
Yeah.
But
and then have a game night just where we turn off all the lights and everything. And
we do.
Just stream.
We should, like you said with Wii, we should have like a Wii tournament or something like that, like a Wii golf tournament.
That'd be fun. That would be a lot of fun. The Wii golf tournament.
Turns out Mike beats us in that as well.
Oh yeah. I haven't
good.
played Wii Sports in a while. I'm gonna have to tune myself up.
Bro,
Wii at home.
I used to go to like you would get done with the first person like boxing. I would go up all the way to like round 100.
Oh yeah,
really?
You get to Matt.
Yeah.
The bald black dude with the mustache.
Yeah.
He was like it. It seemed like not every sport, but most of the sports, he was the boss.
I think he was like the pro guy.
Yeah, I think in boxing and tennis. Yeah, I think yeah, and then baseball was the blonde-haired chick, it was I think it was the blonde-haired chick.
Turns out Matt makes like $10 billion a year because he's just that good at sports.
Whatever employee of Sony they employed or whatever to make, or Nintendo they employed, they're gonna they based him off of. He's probably got so much money.
Yeah,
he's like, okay, we're gonna make this guy you. What's your name, Matt? All right, we're gonna make it look exactly like you. It's gonna be one of the toughest motherfuckers in this game to play.
Yeah.
Bro, I played as Matt too.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, he was I think his color was orange. I want to say, like if you picked him, his shirt was orange. I think.
I feel.
Was Matt?
But you can use whatever color you want.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, you could. But if you played against him, normally his color was orange.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just know he used to wear purple a lot too.
Or maybe it was I don't know. Maybe if you picked orange, he used purple, and the other way around. I don't know.
Oh no,
I feel like I remember him being orange.
We literally, you know how you could go into the Wii world? Mm-hmm. We literally made every single person we know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would make Tigers players.
Yeah.
Like when I played baseball, I'd make like Miguel Cabrera, Victor Martinez, and I'd try to make it so where when I picked that me to play against, it grabbed those players to play with.
Yeah.
So it would be like, I have myself, and then I would like. I think I made like 2 or 3. I think I made like Verlander, Cabrera, and then who was the other guy that I made? I can't remember. But there was a couple of the players that I made, and I was like, it's pretty cool. And you try to make them like the actual people. So, yeah.
I hate to do this, gentlemen, but I have to get going. Do you want me to pause the stream, or are you just gonna keep it going?
I don't know. How much time are we at?
We're at like an hour, I think. It says hour and 2
minutes.
Hour and 2.
Yeah.
You want to keep going, or do you want to?
It's up to you. We're right now just talking. So.
Yeah.
I think you guys got a couple more stories to tell. Right?
Yeah.
I know I have stories to tell. It's just whether or not it's appropriate.
We're gonna hit the be right back.
The be right back. Alrighty.
Sorry
Welcome
about that. Oh, shit. What were we talking? We were talking about video games.
Yeah, we were. Let's see. Were there any video games that you hoped got released? Like, were you ever like into video games where you like saw one that was like supposed to be released and it got canceled?
No, not really. I mean, the thing is with GTA is like I know it's going to be released. They just keep delaying it. So, but you know it's going to come out because people like I used to play GTA a lot, but then I'm not a hacker, so it just gets crazy. Like you can't even play it now.
No, you can't really play online. It sucks. Like, 'cause people will just like, not that people will be hackers. It's like people will just get in your way. It's like they'll try to do something, and they'll do something to exploit the game so that they inhibit you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah, or they'll just straight up just shoot you in the head.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah.
It's not even fun at that point. I'm just trying to think of all the games I played in my life. No.
What you got? I remember there were a few games coming out. There were like Star Wars games that they had canceled and stuff. Yeah, and like and to go back to what you were talking about with GTA, it's like you see these game companies make that are like they announce a game, and then they'll have the game in development, and it's like, okay, you know, it's 2024 right now, so let's say GTA 6 is supposed to come out 2026, just for shits and gigs.
Okay.
If they don't have it done by 2026, then they'll push it back. It's like, okay, now it'll be done by
they push it back for a
2027.
while.
But why do they do that? Why not just say, hey, the game is in development, we'll release a release date when the game is done? It's not like a movie where you can go through and be like, okay, if we do these scenes on this day until they're done, we'll have, if we do a certain amount of scenes per day, we'll have it done by this date, and then the editing process will take this long. We can have a rough release date for the movie. With coding and with video game development and stuff like that, you don't know how long it's going to take, really, because you can hit a fucking roadblock. You can hit something with some like some external issue that you have with like the company or something like that. So you really don't know how long it's going to take you to make these games. So when they say, oh, it's going to be done in 2 years, or it's going to come out Christmas time next year, I always take that with a grain of salt because it's always never true.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
So I know for my dad, like it was relatively easy to get whatever game we wanted. Did your parents ever were like strict on that?
For a little bit. So my parents, when they were first exposed to Call of Duty at a friend's birthday party of mine, we went to this one place it doesn't exist anymore. But we went to this one place in the Metro Detroit area. It was called Gamers USA.
Okay.
Yeah, and it had it had an arcade area. It was really cool. It had an arcade area. And then if you went like down the hallway, they had one wall where it was all Xboxes. Mm-hmm. They had one wall where it was all PlayStations, Xbox 360s and PlayStation 3s at the time. Then they had laser tag, and the laser tag
this place sounds awesome.
Dude, it was cool. And the laser tag was like a parking lot that they made like in like this one back warehouse area that they had in the building, and it was cops versus the army. It was really cool. I don't know if YouTube will flag us, but the weaponry we had were modeled after actual weapons. If you know what I mean. It's like
the pew pew was metal.
They looked like actual weapons. Yeah. So like it was pretty cool. So like if you went to that place, you got to play with the Xboxes and the PlayStation. So they had you could go up to the desk and you had to like rent the game for like a certain hour. So you paid like, I think it was like you paid a certain amount of hours or something like that. So you could sit down there for like 2 hours and play,
and then like $15 or something like that.
Something, yeah, and then the game, you picked one game for an hour apiece, so that you had so that way everybody got to play the same game at the same, if they wanted to at the same time, because I had enough copies of each game that was popular at the time to put in each of the systems.
Yeah.
So if everybody wanted to play the same game, everybody could play the same game. So I played with a couple of my buddies there, and we played Call of Duty Black Ops. The first Black Ops.
Oh.
And then me and my dad we played Madden. I can't remember what Madden it was, but he played as the Raiders. Or no, Yeah, he played as the Raiders, and I played as the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really cool. Yeah, that was the first time they had been exposed to Call of Duty. So when they had seen it, they were like, I don't want you playing this game. I don't want you playing this. Like, you're not going to play that. And then I reached, like, I want to say 6th grade, 7th grade, and I would go over to my friends' houses, and we played Call of Duty and stuff. We played Black Ops 2. So I was like, I want Black Ops 2, because that was my favorite Call of Duty. I played it, but I was like, I really want it. So I think my dad got it for me.
There was... I don't know. Like I said, it was really easy because I would only game over here, and he didn't really care.
Oh, yeah.
So, there was like this... We would have the Black Ops and everything, and then there was this game... I forget the name of it, but you went around as this, like, teddy bear. And it was like a grizzly teddy bear. And you would just kill Care Bears.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I've never heard anything like that before.
I forget the name of it, but if you know, you know. It was so funny. Because you would, like, hide in a bush, and this, like a cute-ass, like, yellow teddy bear would walk by, and you would just snatch it, break its neck, and, like...
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. That kind of reminds me of... So in the newest Star Wars Battlefront 2, there's a video or a game mode called Ewok Hunt, and you're on Endor, and there's stormtroopers, and it's pitch black. it's just straight nighttime, and there's like, I think it's a team of like 24 stormtroopers, and there's one Ewok at the time, so it's 23 versus 1, and the Ewok has to go around, and they have night vision, and they have like these things that they can throw, and it releases like bugs, and the bugs like swarm you, and they slowly do damage and stuff, and you have a bow and arrow and a slingshot, like a David and Goliath slingshot. And so you get to go around, you have to hunt these stormtroopers, and the stormtroopers have their blaster, and they have a flashlight on their blaster that only lasts for a certain amount of time at a time.
Okay.
So it lasts for like 30 seconds, and then it turns off for like 5, and you have to turn it back on. So it's fucking horrifying. Because you'll be walking and you're like so far away from all your teammates, and you're like, dang, we need to get numbers, like I need to find my teammates so I have protection. And you're just walking, and you just hear
oh my God, dude.
Yes. And then it's like you hear like the oh yeah, and you hear just an arrow come out of nowhere, and you're just dead. And it's like, oh my God, like what the it's pitch black.
Dude, the funny part about this like teddy bear game is that like it was stuffed animals, so like you would like you would stab this bear and stuffing would come out, and then like the cops would show up, like the cop bears, and they would have guns and shoot you.
Dude, what the fuck kind of what station was or what? Station?
It was a
PlayStation.
It was a PlayStation.
It was a PlayStation game.
PS3.
Dude, I do not remember this game whatsoever. This is probably like a really niche game.
It was a really niche game. I don't know what I was probably on the game store, and I was like, oh, it's a cute teddy bear game, because it was probably like 11. And I didn't realize what it was. It was like $2.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Dad, can I get it? He's like, yeah, sure, I don't care. And I start playing the game. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I remember that was like, I remember the very beginning of digitally downloaded games too. Like you'd have, what'd you call it? I think it would be like the Call of Duty games. You have Call of Duty would be on 2 separate discs, and you'd have to You have to put the one disc in, and then download it off of that one, and then put the second one in and be able to play it.
Yeah,
and then it was so stupid, and then it eventually went to just straight digital downloads. Like you'd have the game, and you'd have to like copy it off of the disc and stuff.
Bro,
it's so stupid.
Watching like Mario Party and playing Mario Party was insane too.
Yeah.
Man, I miss the good old days. Why can't we go back to when we were 13?
Dude, yeah, like Battlefront 3, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4.
Yeah, dude.
What was the other really good? Halo. Halo was really good.
When did GTA 5 come out?
GTA 5 came out in 2013. 2013.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy. Because I definitely got it in 2013 because I was like, Dad, we have to get it. He's like, why? I was like, because everybody's getting it. He's like,
yep. 2013 came out September 17th.
Yeah, that makes sense. We got it for my brother's birthday then.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was a really good game. Like, I remember playing that. That's one of those games that's become like a cult classic. Like GTA 4, GTA San Andreas, like those will always be memorable. But I mean, at least for us, because we lived through it, GTA 5 is always going to be one of those games where you go back to. Like, sometimes I just go and boot up my Xbox and go on Forza Horizon and just drive around.
Yeah.
It's just like, just like you go into, like, I'll go and play Star Wars Battlefront, like the first one from 2014, and I'll play like some of the solo missions or something like that, just to sit there and play it, just to experience it again. So I feel like when GTA 6 comes out, GTA 5 is going to get a lot of traffic, and then it's just not going to be as fun anymore.
I don't know. Adam played it for such a long time.
Oh yeah, everybody did. People still play it now. People like there's 10-year players who got it when it came out, played it nonstop, religiously, and they're still playing it religiously.
That is true.
Like there's like level 1000s that are like legit.
Yeah.
Like before, when you would see like anything above like a level 400 or a level 500, you'd be like, okay, that's a hacked account. Because when we were in high school, the game was only out for 4 or 5 years at that point. So there was literally no way that you can get your character up to that point unless you played 24/7 since like before the game came out.
Yeah.
So you were like, there's literally no way unless you got like XP unless they're boosting, unless it's a hacked account. But now that the game's been out for over 10 years, you're seeing legit 400 or 500, 600 level players.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to see.
I remember a lot of good memories with GTA 5.
Definitely.
Dude, we had this game. It was called, I forget, it was another indie game. Jeremy and I would play it religiously. It was the most hilarious thing. It was based in China, or like Beijing or Shanghai. It was a high like city area, and the whole goal of this game was you were sitting on a like computer chair, and you would go around the city with the momentum, and you would just do tricks on it. But,
oh shit!
But if you like, you could kick people too, and the game was so glitchy. You would like kick people, and you would send them into orbit. And for like when you're 10, 11, that it's so funny. And then we figured out that because you could fall off, like that's how you would have to restart, is you could crash and you could get like hit by a car and your body would ragdoll. And ragdoll physics are like the funniest thing if you can do it right. So I jumped my dude with the chair into the semi truck, and he just went flying and crashed himself into a building. And I was just dying laughing.
That was some of the shit with GTA. Like I remember there was a glitch, or it wasn't a glitch. It was a cheat code. Like one of the like everybody knows the cheat codes in GTA 4.
Yeah.
But there was a cheat code in GTA 5, and it only worked in story mode, where it was called I think it was called Skyfall, and you would sit there. It was, I want to say it was L1 R1, L2 R2, up down up down. I think that's how you do it. I could be wrong, but there's probably some other shit in there. I think you have to click the sticks in or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it would spawn you at the highest elevation you possibly could, or it would spawn you at the highest height you could reach.
In GTA 4?
In GTA 5.
5?
In GTA,
Chiliad?
I don't. No. It was like up in the clouds. It was I think it would start you at cloud level.
Oh.
I think is where it would spawn you, and it would just
drop.
Because you did, unless you had a parachute. I don't think you had a parachute, because you would just sit there, just like spawn in, just do it, and it would just go black, and you would just spawn in the air, and you would just dive like right down on the ground, and
you would die probably, right?
You would, unless you dove face first into the ground. So there was yes, dude, no, dead ass. So you can like dive in GTA. You can like skyfall like normal, or you could like free fall, like your body's like flailing. But after a while, if you fall like far enough, your body will like flatten out and you'll gain control. So he was like falling like this, and you can like lean forward so your body like glides in a certain area. You could just lean forward and just dive straight down on the ground. And if you hit your head like fucking straight on the ground, you'll survive.
Really?
In Grand Theft Auto. So.
In games.
Yeah, in game. Don't want anyone going out and doing this stuff.
Don't do this in real life. Play GTA 5 and do it.
Yeah, you can see what it's like. But yeah. So he went out and like he would, or I would like the character would just like smash his face on the ground, pop up like nothing happened, and then just keep on walking around. You wouldn't. I think it would take like a minuscule amount of damage too. You wouldn't take very much damage.
I could just imagine like 11, 12-year-old us just like doing it over and over because it's just hilarious.
Dude, yeah, what I would do in Grand Theft Auto is like if someone was like meeting, like if I had to meet someone there or something like that, like, oh, okay, come to my facility, I would get a helicopter. I would go up in the helicopter, put a parachute on, and then I would jump out of the helicopter and skydive in, and I would make it so that the helicopter would crash and land where I was going to land.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My favorite part of GTA is like you're just walking down the street, you pull out a baseball bat, and you know how you get a good animation? Well, there's one animation with the baseball bat where he just hits you upside the head.
Yeah.
And you just go to a random person and do that. Funniest thing ever. We're still talking about a game.
We're still talking about Grand Theft Auto.
And
but I see what you like. After like you finish the heist, and it's like the 4 of your characters standing there.
Even in like the roaming one, and then my favorite thing to do in game is to take like my car and drive on the sidewalk, and as like people are like walking in the street.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm talking about? Like. I'm just like, man, why are all these people walking in the street? And just do stupid shit like that.
I would always try to, I don't know, what would I always do in Grand Theft Auto? I would always like customize a car. I would always like to do that. I like to customize the vehicles. I like to go and, I think the heists are pretty cool. I was always a fan of the races too.
I always was a fan of going to the military base and stealing the jet.
That's what I was gonna say. There was some time when I first started out at playing GTA, I was like, all right, I'm gonna sneak in, and then like little did I know, as soon as you step foot in there, you automatically get 4 stars.
Yeah,
and I'm just like sneaking around like fuck. So I'm like, yeah. So then I realize that I'm gonna have to like shoot my way in or something like that. So I go in and I like get like the. I put on like a bulletproof helmet and shit like that. I could go to ammunition in the game, and I go in there and I go to the air base and I start like fighting my way in there, and then you never make it in there. Eventually you die and you have to go back and get all your shit again. But so I looked up. I was like, how do I get a jet from the base? Like I see people would do it. People being in a jet and like stole a jet from the air base. It's like, how the fuck do I do that? So I looked it up. Apparently, you just have to bum rush it.
Yeah.
You just have to go in there, just fucking get to it.
I remember, like, our first time doing it, like, we died a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
And then after an hour, you realize how easy it is.
Yeah, you have to, like, so there's, like, there's one that's, like, over in, like, a certain area of it that didn't have many guards around it. And that was the one you were supposed to go for. It was, like, or it was the one that was, like, because there was air of the highway that you could ramp off.
I was going to say, we usually did the ramp.
Yeah.
And we started running people over. You shot a couple people in-game.
Yeah.
And then you stole the jet. Dude, GTA 5 is such a legendary game until people make it unbearable to play.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Most of these games are like it. COD is the same way. Because you just have people hacking, and you're like, I don't want to really do
So
it.
there are still some times where, like, I'll see a car, and, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'll see, like, the tail end of a car, and I'm like, what kind of car is that? And I'll think of, like, the GTA equivalent of it.
Yeah.
Before I think of the actual name. So, like, if I see, like, a Suburban, but I don't see that it's a Suburban right away, like, doesn't have any logos on or anything like that, I'll be like, that's a Granger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, no, that's a Tahoe, or whatever it is.
I didn't know how this turned into the video game episode, apparently.
I don't know. We should sneak a video game segment in there every now and then. Mitchell will be excited to talk about the video game section.
You could, yeah. That's not a bad idea. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys figured out what... Sadly, I can't go up north
Oh, yeah.
So, have you guys figured out what you're going to do yet, or when you're actually going?
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to go up 4th of July. Yeah, 4th of July week. I'm going to have to get the days off, so if I can't get the days off, I might have to push it back again. But who knows? I mean, it's 3 weeks away, and our schedules don't get made until, I think, the week before. So I actually should text one of my coworkers and you should send me the schedule. But, yeah, this is the stuff you get on a live episode, too, talking about our daily lives.
I know, it's weird. I was up at 4 this morning.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Oh, yeah, too. I can't remember what time I got up. I think I got up at 6 this morning. Yeah, I got up at 6 and I woke up and I saw that like my TV and my light were still on, so I turned that shit off. Yeah, and then I fell back asleep. They didn't get it. Ben said they'd be here at 12:15. I gotta show up at 3:15. 2:15. I showed at 3:15.
Yeah.
And I woke up at 2:30.
Because you said okay to it, and I was like, all right. 2:15 rolls around, and I usually get a text that you're on the way. I was like, and Mike showed up.
Yeah.
And Mike's like, where's Jonathan at? I was like, well, he said he was going to be here at 2:15. He's like, I should probably call him.
Yeah. You guys call. I can't remember what time I fell asleep. I want to say I fell asleep around like noon.
Damn.
Yeah.
I almost fell asleep at work today, dude. Like, it's hard to stay up at work at Saturday. I should have this Saturday off.
That's right.
So, that should be good. I don't know. There's not really much going on. It's just the same old, same old.
Yeah, nothing going on in the NFL or MLB world yet until we get the All-Star break. It's just kind of trudging through the regular season right now.
Aaron Rodgers didn't show up to minicamp.
Oh, yeah.
Mandatory minicamp.
Mandatory minicamp. And then Alvin Kamara didn't show up to OTAs because of his contract.
Yeah, that's true. And then Robert Saleh is an idiot, so...
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. I feel like Robert Saleh I think he's a lot more mad than he seems to be. I feel like he's one of those coaches that's like hides what they really are reacting, or like how their reaction really is from the media.
Yeah, but at a certain point, like, you know you're going to have to talk to the media. You should have somebody, like, try teaching you how to talk to media. Because it doesn't seem like he knows how to talk to the media all that well. Because he's like, you got to talk to this guy, and he's in his office right now, and you're like, well, you're the head coach.
Well, that's diverting the question. That's what it is. There's like certain people in the media at sports that are masters at diverting the question. There's a lot of them in the NHL. So I remember, I can't remember exactly who it was. I want to say it was someone from the Maple Leafs, but they asked him a question, and they go, that's a you should actually save that question for when so and so gets on the stand, gets up here, because they were actually going to talk about that. So like save that question for them, and you'll have an answer. They're like, okay. So then they go up, and the next guy comes up, and he goes up there, and they ask him the same question. He goes, you're actually going to have to ask so-and-so, the last guy that was on the stand, that question. He was actually already up there for the day, so you're going to have to catch him next time he's around. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Just answer the question. Like, what the hell? They're just masters at diverting.
I don't think Robert Saleh is good at diverting. I just don't think he knows how to talk to media.
That's what he did, though. That's what he did. He like diverted the question. He was like, "That's I don't know." But like, there are definitely coaches that are better at talking to the media than others. Like when Dan Campbell first came to the Lions, he was not good at talking to the media.
No,
but
now everybody fucking loves him.
But he's still the same way, and everyone's like, "Okay, that's how he talks to
Yeah, everybody. I don't think everybody was ready for Dan Campbell to be Dan Campbell.
No, yeah, man. And it's like,
man, we got back rent, man.
Man, it sucks, man.
Man, we're going to take these fucking kneecaps.
Yeah, swearing in the middle of press conferences and stuff like that.
Like,
you have other people like, what's his face? Sean McVay. He's sitting there, we certainly have a lot to work on. He's like fucking so crazy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. And then, are you guys going to have a beer Olympics up north?
Oh, shit. Probably not. I mean, the Olympics will be on while we're up north, I think.
We should host a beer Olympics.
We should. Wait, what do you mean beer? Like, just like having like a certain couple competitions and just getting drunk?
Yeah.
You should do that.
Yeah.
You should. What about if we vlogged a golf outing and we got smashed on the golf course?
Good. Driving a golf cart is so much fun.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite part about golfing is driving the golf cart. I need one. Just one to have.
Yeah. Before my dad got the 4-wheeler up north, he was going to get a golf cart. Just to like, you know, like have around the property and stuff like that. Just, you know, like take it up and down like around the woods and stuff like that. But now we have the
machine.
The machine. So
I love that thing. We never did a night drive though. Said we were. We never did.
We did, because I have a picture of the moon at night in the machine. It's on my phone right now. I remember it vividly. It's over off the side of Rain. Okay, I'm not gonna say what road. I almost said the road, but yeah.
Jonathan lives at this location.
Right. Yeah.
This latitude.
But no.
Somewhere in Michigan.
Somewhere.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Speaking of which, I think it's Tuesdays. Today's Saturday. I'm thinking of that. There's the Acolyte, the new Star Wars show that's coming out. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's okay so far.
Disney made me hate Star Wars or dislike it. I'm not.
George Lucas needs to get back into it.
I'm like not happy to watch Star Wars. The old shit, yes. I'll still be down to watch it.
Dude, I don't know if I could ever turn away from Star Wars.
I'm not saying I'm not turning away from Star Wars, but the new shit, I don't get excited for.
No, yeah, I don't really get excited for the new stuff either. Like, when Ahsoka came out, I was kind of excited for that because, you get to see Ezra Bridger again, and he was cool. I really liked his character in the live action. I liked Balin Skull. I liked his character. I liked Grand Admiral Thrawn was really cool in the Ahsoka series. But, like, I don't know. Kenobi was really underwhelming for me. I liked the ending battle with Darth Vader.
I was going to say, I really liked that. Yeah, it was really underwhelming. You are right about that. Did they make a new season?
No. There was supposed to be, like, a limited series, but I was always under the impression... So we're going to get into Star Wars lore here in a second. So I was always under the impression, whenever I was learning about Star Wars and how the story goes, that after Order 66, Obi-Wan stayed on Tatooine with Luke, and he never left the planet. Mm-hmm. And he stayed there because he didn't want anyone to find out who he was. Yeah. And Vader found out that Obi-Wan was still alive in A New Hope because he was standing there next to the Millennium Falcon, and he goes... what does Vader say? He goes, or something I haven't felt since, and he just turns right away, and he walks down the hallway. So he senses Obi-Wan was there.
That's... Yeah, I do know that. I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember exactly what he says, but he's like, something I haven't felt since, and he just turns right away, and he says something to his commander or something or to his general or something. But then, so the fact that he left Tatooine and went on this whole adventure and saw Vader and fought Vader in between the Battle of the Heroes and the battle on the first Death Star, I don't know how I felt about that. I was like, it was kind of cool because it was cool to see Vader and see how see fresh Vader. Yeah. Because it was only 10 years since, I think it was only 8 years since Order 66. So that was Vader when he's still relatively young. So.
And he was pissed.
He was pissed.
He was messing motherfuckers up.
This was like the Vader's. This is like the Vader we saw in the comics, the Vader comics. Yeah. So to see, it was crazy, but I mean, like the little inconsistencies like that in the story, I don't know how I feel because those can add up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
I really liked the battles in Kenobi. I thought those were fantastic. So.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The story was okay. I liked the Book of Boba Fett wasn't that great. Didn't like that one. I liked The Mandalorian was cool, but I didn't like how they kind of just forgot that Mando let Grogu go with Luke.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's kind of a key part of the story.
Yeah.
And now Luke's just kind of like he's just like kind of standing there. He's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do? Like we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like they could have written like the Mandalorian started off really good.
Yeah.
And then season 3 just wasn't it.
Hey man, this is the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like season 4. I hope they make a season 4, but I don't know if I'm gonna be that into it.
Yeah.
Because season 3 just was not that great. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, George Lucas needs to get back into Star Wars.
Yeah.
He does. He needs to get his hands back into it. Maybe with this not this Acolyte series, but like the next season of The Mandalorian, and then with this Rey movie that's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be maybe something with the World Between Worlds or something like that will happen. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah. Talk about a little bit of everything.
I know, dude.
Sports, Star Wars, and video games.
So the everything part is going to be a little bit longer because sports is slow.
Yeah, so we already did an episode this week too already. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Multiple episodes a week.
yeah, oh yeah.
We should probably start off slow by doing 2 episodes a week, and then we might ramp up. But yeah, good. Hour 40-minute show today.
Yeah. Mike Raff had to dip out in the middle. He's going to church.
Yes, because he's a saint.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll be going to church tomorrow. Yeah, my grandma was saying, I want to go to church with you. She's like, you and your father should go to church tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
I was like, all right, well, we have golf.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
yeah,
When
we
is
golf.
tea time?
That's a good question. I think it's in the morning. I want to say it's 8 or 9 in the morning. I have to look, but it's tomorrow though. I got all my shit together. Got my golf bag. I got a couple more clubs. I should have told Mike that I got a couple more clubs. I got this. So I got a all degree wedge. It's an all degree, but it's like a.
You told us.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, well, for the viewers, it's like on the face of the club, it's got like a different material. It's not metal. It's like slate. It's like a piece of rock or something like that, and it's like smooth, and it's got like the grading on it, like a normal golf club. But I guess it's like more tactile to get more spin on the ball.
Yeah.
And then I got another putter because the other putter they had, the grip was like kind of coming off, and it was a little small.
Yeah.
So I got a better putter, and then what else did I get? I got I think I got another wedge. I think I needed a sand wedge. So I got a sand wedge. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Good
Alright.
episode 14. I can't believe we're on episode 14. That's insane.
Yeah, you heard what they said. 21. We top 1%. Yeah.
It's honestly not that hard at this point now that we're streaming.
No, hell no. Yeah, we just keep going at it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. We're going to start having more people on. We're going to start asking more people.
Yeah.
And once we figure out how to, do Zoom and stuff, we might have to...
We might, yeah. So for the up north trip we were talking about, we were thinking of either doing a Zoom one for that, or we might have to pre-record and take an intermission for that point where we're up north, and then just post one in the middle of us being up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Mike was. All right, we'll talk about this